So figured I'd start today. Whether I do them every day or not, that's going to be seen. The way my schedule looks sometimes, it's kind of crazy to be able to even get online to do something like this, to do video. Um, so I've just got to kind of slip it into my schedule and make it happen for 5 or 10 minutes or whatever. Um, it's not going to be anything great and cool necessarily, like um, Last Man Standing's vlogs. If you've ever watched that show, the vlogs are pretty well done, and that's not what this is going to be. These are basically just going to be me chatting about stuff that people sometimes ask me about or are interested in, or whatever I just feel like sharing. So let's go into focused idea, because that's what this is actually about. It's not about me specifically, uh, though that might be fun. I don't know. Let me know if you want to know about me. But let's talk about focused idea, where it started, how it started, and all of that. So back in 1997, I had a job that I was horrible at. It made no sense to me. I didn't understand it, couldn't grasp the concept, and I sucked. I was bad at it. But it was 1997. Now, in 1997, most people, myself included, didn't have a computer at home. So this was an opportunity for me to be online. Part of my job required me to be online, but because I was so bad at it, I started learning how to build websites. I came across a website builder, a free tool, and started building out a directory for a bunch of volleyball things. Um, Volleyball clubs, rules, tournaments, all of these things. And the site's so long dead, I mean, who knows? But it's what I started with. And I came across another site called WebMonkey, and WebMonkey actually taught HTML. So I looked through and I wanted to make the letters red. Don't know why, red's a horrible color for letters, but it was the 90s, so what the heck. So I copied the code, I looked, I read to see how to do it. I put it into this site and the letters changed red, and I was so excited, and that's what actually launched my business, my web development, web design business. Believe it or not, that's how it started. Then I grabbed some books, I learned some stuff, I learned HTML, I actually self-taught HTML and cascading style sheets, CSS, and learned all this stuff. So as I'm learning, I'm looking for clients, and I came across a friend of mine who had just acquired a bike shop in Anacortes. Shout out to Justin Bannerman. Very first website that I built for somebody, and it was a basic site, nothing exciting. I tried to make it bigger than what I knew how to do. I wanted to make an online store before there were such things as online stores, and show off all of his products and all of these things, but didn't know how to do that. And it really was so new in the industry of web stuff that nobody really knew how to do it. It was brand spanking new ideas, just anything you could come up with, people were trying to do. So I built that first website. It was ugly, it was horrible, but it did its job. And Justin Bannerman was my very first client in Anacortes, Washington, with this little rinky-dink site. So going from there, a couple of years later, I moved down to Texas. It was like actually about 5 or 6. And I was talking with a new client of mine, and they raced cars, and I don't remember exactly what the name of their race team was, but it had something to do with focused. And I started thinking, what is the one thing that you need to be focused on? And that was an idea. You can only focus on one thing at a time. I came across a philosophy that there was no such thing as multitasking, because if you're multitasking, you're not putting 100% into each thing. You're putting a little bit into each thing, and they're kind of overlapping, and you're not getting 100% out of it. So I thought focused idea was a perfect name. That's how I work with all of our clients. I focus on what they're involved in and what their needs are in that moment. I work with my teams. We focus on a client's requirements, be that a website or pay-per-click advertising or search engine optimization, landing pages, whatever. We just focus on that client in that moment for their needs. We don't try to work multiple people. In fact, my project managers don't work multiple contracts or clients at a time. They work for one client, just trying to figure out their project. Now, if things overlap, sometimes they might, but in the moment, they only work on one thing at a time. And that's how we approach everything, is focused with one simple idea, and that's it. So that's how we started. That's how Focused Idea launched. It started in 1997. Company started in 2004, and here we are, 2020. And that's it. If you have any questions, anything like that for me, feel free to ask anything about SEO, online marketing, digital marketing, online advertising, pay-per-click, websites, any of that stuff. Just shoot me a message. Be happy to answer anything that you have. In the meantime, have a great day.